Every December, envelopes bearing stamps from the North Pole arrived in our mailbox. Inside, shaky handwritten letters and drawings from Father Christmas told wondrous tales of life from the North Pole, telling fantastic stories of how all the reindeer got loose, scattering presents all over the place. They also told how an accident-prone North Polar Bear climbed the North Pole and fell through Father Christmas's roof and into his dining room. Sometimes, even the North Polar Bear would scrawl a note. As time went on, Father Christmas's letters became more detailed, describing his workshop, his friends, and hilarious and alarming events. At first, little is heard of anyone else except the North Polar Bear, but later on appeared snow elves, red gnomes, snowmen, cave bears, and the North Polar Bear's nephews, who came to visit and never went away. North Polar Bear remained Father Christmas's chief assistant and the cause of the many disasters that led to the muddles and deficiencies in your Christmas stockings.
Dear children, I'm dreadfully busy this year. It makes my hand shakier than ever just to think of it. In fact, awful things have been happening. Some of the presents have got spoiled, and I haven't got the North Polar Bear to help me. I had to move to a new house just before Christmas, which is of course why I have a new address. It all happened like this. Outdoors, one very windy day last November, my hat blew off of my head, flew through the air, and stuck right on top of the North Pole. North Polar Bear rushed to climb up the top of the pole. The pole broke in the middle and fell right on the top of the roof of my house, and North Polar Bear fell through the hole directly into the dining room, wearing my hat over his nose. All the snow fell off the roof into the house. The snow melted and put out all the fires in the house. More water ran down into the cellars where I was storing this year's presents. North Polar Bear broke his leg on top of all that. He's well now, but I was so cross with him that he says he won't try to help me again. I expect his feelings are hurt, and I hope they are mended by next Christmas. Well, I send you a picture of the accident and of my new house on the cliffs above the North Pole with beautiful cellars in the cliffs. If you can't read my shaky old writing, 1,925 years old, you must get your father to do it for you. When you learn to read and write, you must write your own letters to me. Lots of love to all from Father Christmas. I'm more shaky this year. It's the North Polar Bear's fault. There was the biggest boom in the world, followed by the most monstrous fireworks ever seen. North Pole turned black. All the stars fell out of place. And the moon broke into 4 pieces. The man in the moon fell into my backyard, and then the poor man ate quite a lot of my Christmas chocolates till he felt a little bit better, so he could climb back to mend the moon and tidy up all those stars. Then I found out that the reindeer were running all over the country, breaking reins and ropes, and even tossing presents up into the air. And you know, the reindeer were all packed up to start, you see, just this morning. It's a sleigh load of chocolate things I always send to England early. Hope yours are not badly damaged because they're good chocolates. And isn't the North Polar Bear silly? And you know he's not a bit sorry, not a bit. Well, I've tried to draw a picture of all of this chaos, but I'm much too shaky to do it properly. So maybe you can draw a better picture from my description. With all my love, Father Christmas. It has been so bitter at the North Pole lately, really cold here, that the North Polar Bear has spent most of his time asleep, and I've been shivering. But poor Bear has been less helpful than usual this year. What do you think the poor old bear has been up to this time? It is a light Christmas, I'm glad to say. The northern lights have been especially good. We had a bonfire this year to please North Polar Bear and to celebrate the coming in of winter. And the snow elves let off all the rockets, which surprised both of us very much. Here is my latest portrait, Father Christmas Packing, 1931. If you find that not many things you asked for have come, and perhaps not quite so many as sometimes, remember that this Christmas all over the world there are a terrible number of shortages and hungry people. I and also my green brother have had to do some collecting of food and clothes and toys for the children whose fathers and mothers cannot give them anything, sometimes not even dinner. You will all wonder what's the news. If all has gone well, and if not, who's to blame, and whether Polar Bear has earned a mark, good, bad, or fair. Well, good, bad, or fair for his behavior since last winter. Well, first he trod upon a splinter and went on crutches in November. And then one cold day in December, he burned his nose and singed his paws upon the kitchen grate because without the help of tongs, he tried to roast hot chestnuts. Wow, he cried, and used a pound of butter, best to cure the burns. He would not rest, but on the 23rd he went and climbed on the roof. He meant to clear the snow away that choked the chimney up. Of course, he poked his legs right through the tiles, and snow and tons fell on his bed below. He has broken saucers, cups, and plates, and eaten lots of chocolates. He's dropped large boxes on my toes and trodden tin soldiers flat in rows. He's overwound engines and broken springs. He's thumbed new books and burst balloons and scribbled lots of smudgy runes on my best paper and wiped his feet on scarves and hankies folded neat. And yet he has been on a whole a very kind and willing soul. You know my friends too well to think that there are really quarrels here. We've had a very jolly year. But now the rhyme must catch the mail. A special messenger must go in spite of the thick falling snow, or else this won't get down to you on Christmas Day. It's 2:30. We've got quite a ton of crackers still to pull and glasses still to fill. Our love to you on this Noel. Until the next one, fare you well. Ho, 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 ho. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From all of us at the North Pole, ho, 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 ho.